Hello. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's live. So go ahead and make sure you comment. Let us know when you join. Let me know if you're here, if you're hashtag team live or hashtag team replay. Let me know in the comments and we will get things started today. So we're actually doing things a little bit different today. We're doing something I don't know. I didn't really like the format that I was doing. So, what we're going to do today, we're not talking about my story or even your story or what you may be feeling. What I'm actually going to do today is talk about Rachel Platten's story. So, if you don't know who that is, she wrote the song Fight Song. So, the anthem that's been played at graduations, rallies, tear-filled morning drives, but you might not know what was happening in her life when she wrote this song. Okay, so that's why this is part of the Lyrics We Live By series, because I really want you to see that people go through this. People go through the same things as us and they overcome. Okay, so this is an incredible example of this. So she was burnt out. Okay, she was exhausted and she was about to quit, at least from all the research that I've done, okay, and everything that I found. But today, what we're going to talk about is how burnout breakdown became the breakthrough for her, okay, and how you can use the same science that she did to reset your very own mind and energy, okay? Because whether she knew it or not, she actually used her unconscious and an affirmation to manifest everything that came from writing this song. So, how incredible is that, right? She was actually using her unconscious, the science behind all of it, as well as manifestation. Okay. So, in 2013, sorry, Rachel Platten was not a household name. Okay. She was 34 years old, playing small bars and backyards, touring in a van with just a handful of fans. Okay. So I couldn't find a lot more on this and what it was truly like for her. But how miserable would that be? Grinding day in and day out and going home to the comfort of a van. Not a big cushy bed, not fluffy pillows, no kitchen to cook a meal for emotional eating, just none of it. None of the comforts of a home, right? A van. And don't get me wrong, because I fully understand people do this. Some people do this by choice. It's something that they want, it's a way that they live. I get it. That's their choice, right? So this could have been a little bit different, okay? Because she was grinding for over a decade and nothing was landing, okay? So I want to put some perspective to this because I see constantly videos and posts of people looking for jobs for 3 months, fresh out of college, and frustrated because they haven't found their dream job yet. Some of these people are spending more time applying than others, but I remember in 2019, I applied for over 200 jobs in less than 6 months. That's 1/20th of the time that she spent grinding and living out of this van, okay? Pushing for her dream, pushing for what she wanted, her dreams, her desires, everything, okay? So I also have a kid that's almost 10 years old. She spent my child's life working towards this goal with absolutely nothing to show for it. That's crazy, right? If you think about that, how many of you would have given up? How many people here would have been like, tap out, I'm done? Because that's what happens. But in an ABC interview, what she said was, when I wrote Fight Song, I was at a particular low point. I needed to remind myself to not give up, that I still believed in myself and had fight left. How powerful is that? So she wrote it because she needed it. Not for the radio, not for the fans, but for her own nervous system. She needed to remind her entire core, her system, everything, that this was something she needed. Okay. So I'm going to repeat that for some of the people in the back. All right. She said, I still believe in myself. That statement is what I call an unconscious affirmation. It's what happens when your body is done surviving and your spirit tries to get a word in edgewise. Okay? It's trying to talk. So, every woman I coach knows this moment. This moment. You've been pushing for years, you're doing everything right, and the returns just don't show up. It's exhausting, it's miserable. So you start to wonder if all of the effort even matters. So let's take it aside for a minute. That is burnout's cruel trick. Okay. It makes you doubt your own worth because you're running on empty. You don't have the energy for it anymore. Your body is literally shutting down on you. Okay. So Rachel's version of that was music industry rejection. Yours might be a promotion that never came, a team that takes you for granted, or a home that only runs because you never stop. But it's the same energy. Your body is tapped out and your mind keeps saying, just push harder. This is the moment where most people quit or they find their fight song. I know I had to find my fight song over and over and over again. And I've told you guys this before. I have had people who've told me, well, you're a strong person. Yeah, because I found my fight over and over and over again. Okay. So for her, she sat at a piano in her apartment and started writing what she needed to hear. Okay. So this is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm all right song. She didn't intend for this to be a hit. She was literally talking herself back into existence, back into energy, back into flow, back into motivation. This is how the unconscious mind works. It doesn't respond to logic or to-do lists. It responds to emotion and imagery. When you write your truth in first person and present tense, your brain starts looking for proof to make it real. Okay, so think of it as self-directed, okay? Neuroplasticity. Writing, I still believe in myself. It creates new pathways that say, I'm safe to believe again. So when Rachel sat there writing, she was reprogramming her nervous system from fear to faith without even realizing it. How cool is that? that you can do something like that without even realizing what you're doing, but it feels right, right? Like you have this innate wisdom inside of you to do what you need. Don't always listen to it. We need that voice to get a little bit higher, a little bit louder, but it's there. Okay. So grab a pen. If you're watching live, write this sentence down. Okay. I'm ready to believe in myself again because dot, dot. Why are you ready to believe in yourself again? Any examples? Any ideas? I'm ready to believe in myself again because I know I can do it, because I've been here before, because I'm better than this, because I'm worthy. There are so many different possibilities here, okay? And then just finish it with whatever comes up, even if it's messy, okay? It doesn't have to be beautiful. It's not poetry. You aren't necessarily writing the next big hit. So just do what feels right, okay? Whatever you need to hear, write that down, okay? So this is how affirmations actually work, right? Not through forced positivity. Oh, I hate toxic positivity. It's awful. I hate it. And we do it to ourselves all the time. But toxic positivity sucks. So, through honesty spoken with conviction, that is how affirmations work. Okay. So, with Rachel, she kept playing that song at tiny shows. Nothing special happened for quite a while. And then a friend of hers shared the song with a radio station. Then a DJ played it. Then people started posting videos of themselves singing it. How crazy is that? So, cancer survivors, students, single moms. And within 1 year, Fight Song was a global anthem. So, that's the power of your authentic voice. But it's also the power of affirmations and manifestation. Now, here's the thing, I fully believe that manifestation actually happens in our unconscious through the science of it. It's part of the neuroscience that I absolutely love. But that's the power of using affirmations correctly. You can't just say, I want this thing to show up. You have to believe it. You have to feel it in your soul. And you also have to trust that you may not know the path. Okay. She didn't know when she said, this is my fight song, this is my comeback song. When she was saying, this is how I'm going to come back, she didn't know a friend was going to share the song with a radio station and then a DJ would pick it to play it. There was no knowing. She couldn't possibly have seen that that would happen. She couldn't have known that what was going to happen was cancer survivors and students, single moms, everyone would start using this song as a global anthem. That's just the universe working for her. But when you affirm something, you can't decide how it's coming. You can't say, this song will become a huge hit because XYZ, because you can't know. You can't know the way it's going to come. So, like if you're trying to manifest money or something like that, you can't know how it's going to come to you, but accept it every way that it comes. Okay. That was a bit of an aside, but that is the power of the authentic voice. Okay. When you speak from truth, people feel it because their nervous system recognizes it. Okay. You guys, you can do this. So here's the lesson Rachel Platten gives every burned out woman. without even knowing it, okay? You don't have to be positive, but you do have to be present. When you write from the mess, when you speak from the fear, you transform it. Your brain starts believing something new because it hears you say it. Okay, so don't write from the fear. Don't write from the mess. So if you feel like you've lost your fight, go to paper, start writing what you need to believe again. That is how you turn burnout into comeback. Okay? Are you guys getting this? Comment, let me know. Let me know. Yes, this makes so much sense. Okay? So, if this is resonating and you're curious about the storm that you've been in, I am putting on a free event next Wednesday. So, Wednesday the 19th, the Calm Confidence event, where you show up strong without burning out. Okay? Comment event or DM me event and I'll send it to you. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description of this live. Okay? So make sure you go register for this event. It's going to be incredible. So Rachel Platten said she wrote Fight Song because she needed it. That's what healing looks like. Writing what you need until you believe it. So go write your own fight song tonight. Do it tonight. Do it. Just do it. Okay? Even if nobody hears it, you will. And that changes everything. All right? You guys good? This is another short one, but from chaos to calm, every damn time, Hayden out.